Well, welcome. Hello to all the incredible, fabulous 500 and something women, 510 women that are members here in Tools to Master Your Own Energy. So, there is a 10% rule kind of in business. I've been in business my whole life. I have been self employed my whole life. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. So, if you're looking for somebody who can support you in what it's like to be an entrepreneur, lots of experience, but the 10%. So let's do this. We're on day 20 of our 30 days. Oh my gosh, we only have 10 days now left of it's okay to be happy exploration and into the invitation to energetic mastery, mastering your own energy in my 6-week container of working with me one-on-one in a group that starts on January 8th because I reshifted the day. My topic, my tool for today, my question for today, the awareness that I bring to you to think about today is $10 million. $10 million. $10 million. Like when you think of $10 million, like what comes up in your world? Okay. So we play with that number a lot when we're playing and out creating the space of who we are when it comes to having more money. Okay. It's not 1,000. It's not 10,000. It's like, what would it be like to have $10 million? What would it be like to make $10 million a month? It's a number that you energetically cannot grab. You can't get it. You're like if it was 10,000, you're like, oh, okay, maybe 10 million, which is possible. Everything's possible energetically if you are the energy to be able to receive it and to have it. Okay. So again, every topic I pick up on and talk about, there's so much that we could dive into it, but just giving you like the highlights. So number one, mastering your own energy. When I say $10 million, like what are you aware of? What comes up in your world? Judgment, doubt, what thoughts, what, like that's not possible, blah, 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 all those things. Okay. So what if 98% of that, 95 to 98% of that, all those thoughts weren't yours? Okay. Because they're not. They're not until your thoughts are not truly yours until you actually choose them. Okay. So I've been talking about that over this. But what prompted this today is two of my clients that I had that I've been working with for a while. Both have expanded their money world. They now have a tremendous amount of money, more money than they've had in their lives, and in one of them for like 30 years. So yes, the work that they've been doing with me and the work that they've been doing in their life and facilitating themselves energetically has created that, but it's who they've had to become to actually have that in their world. Okay. I say world because it's, infinitely, we could say in their lives, but I like the world, the infinite space of that. So let me backtrack. So I'm having a call with both of the girls today. And, of course, celebrating what they have actualized in their lives. And now the new awareness that I called one of them as the rich, savvy businesswoman that she is now, as who she is now, and into the future self of her, not who she's been in the past energetically or who she is in the present energetically, but who is she now? Who is she going to show up as? Who does she get to be as the financially wealthy, savvy woman that she is? And most people don't ask you that question, okay? Most people don't ask that question, but that's what we're here to ask is like, you have now brought that into your world. And who do you get to be with that? So here's what it was for both of them, is that all the stories that they have about not having money no longer exist, because our stories that we live by about our lives, the stories that we have created, because our stories also create our reality. So those stories no longer fit the reality of the financially abundant world they're living in right now. So it really is, it's not, there's so much information here. So it's that question. So it's like, and they both were like, well, none of those stories are going to work anymore because I'm no longer in struggle. I'm no longer in survival. I no longer need. I actually have. So, and I can speak to this obviously personally myself, that when that shift happens, where all of a sudden it's like, I can have that, I can receive that, because none of what I believed and my points of view and the energy of what I was being, it no longer can exist when you've opened up your world to this space. So, and then I'll wrap it up with this. There is a study, you've probably heard it before, and if you haven't, that, and I don't know the numbers, but those who win the lottery, the numbers of the statistics that they have studied, I wish I would have known the number off the top of my head here, but those who actually lose that money, spend that money, it literally comes in their world and it goes out, and a lot of them even acquire more debt or more so forth, is because energetically they're not set to have that kind of money in their world. Okay, call it an energetic vibration, because that's what it is. Everything is energy. So what energy are you being with money? So those are the things, again, that we're going to do in that 6-week course, and working with me one-on-one is like, what energy are you being with money? Are you being the poor, my old coach used to say, are you being the poor, pathetic you? And I was like, yes, I'm being the poor, pathetic me. Well, what energy do you want to be with money? And no longer can I be the poor, pathetic. I can be the poor, pathetic that I was, but I can't anymore because I no longer attached to those stories. I now am a different energy. I'm a different vibration. I'm a different match. I'm totally differently aligned. And the cool thing is, none of it is about how I had to work harder. It wasn't, for both of them, nothing about working harder, which is the illusion that we have in this reality, that the harder I work, the more I'll make, the more that will come in. That is not my experience anymore. And it's not my experience with any of my clients, which is, in the realm of energetics, energetic mastery, that's the truth. So for the lottery statistics, it is shown that those who bring that into their life, their living, and their worlds, they're not an energetic match. They have not expanded. They have not become money. They have not become that person that just has money. So if you want to look at doing more of that, if you want to look at expanding more of who are you with money versus who are you not with money, who have you been in the past with money? A lot of us do that. It's like, I had money in the past, or my business had this in the past. So we keep going to these old energetic, what we call reference points, to try and pull up those old points of reference to create from today. And it ain't going to work. Trust me, it doesn't work. You'll create it, but you'll only create just a little bit more. That was my world, inch by inch by inch. And now it's like, it's just about being a different energy. And I know, like, when I heard those, like, being, it's B-E-B-E-I-N-G, being. And at first it's like, again, energetic mastery, there's a lot of weird words. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's what that means. That's what it means. But being, what energy, what relationship do you have with money? That's just a question you can ask for your day. What is your current relationship with money? And as we go into 2024 on this collective place where we all get to start fresh and create new, which remember is we can do over at any particular time, but in a collective sense, we're all starting over again. And so, what is the relationship? What is your experience? What are you being? What are you having with money? And if you do not change the energetic mastery, the energetics of that, you will just keep recreating what it is that you're creating. This is kind of a little bit the way that it works. So there you go. There's tool tip for whatever day 20, $10 million. Who would you have to be? What energy would you have to be to have $10 million? Okay, play with that. All that awareness. And that is not something that I'm asking for an answer from. I'm not asking truly like, what would you have to be? I'm asking you to look at the energetics of awareness and go, I don't know. I don't know who I'd have to be. And that right there starts to create. Okay? See you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed that. I love when you write comments. Let me know that you're listening, because out of 510 women, probably 10% of you are listening. So that's like 50 of you. That's what I called this, right? No, I didn't. 10%. It's always like in sales, it's the 10%. So I love all of you in this group, even if I don't know you. I love that your energy is in this group, and I enjoy the ones that are contributing back and forth, which may be just the 10%, the 50 of you. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.